Hi, I'm Marcel, and welcome to me screaming into the void, mostly about books. I defy any modern intellectual to look closely and honestly into his own mind without coming upon nationalistic loyalties and hatred of one kind and another. It is a fact that he can feel the emotional tug of such things, and yet see them dispassionately for what they are, that give him his status as an intellectual. It will be seen, therefore, that the starting point of any investigation of anti-Semitism should not be why does this obvious irrational belief appeal to other people, but why does anti-Semitism appeal to me? What is there about it that I feel to be true? If one asks this question, one at least discovers one's own rationalizations, and it may be possible to find out what lies beneath them. Hi, I'm Marcel. I'm doing Criminology's Read What You Own challenge, and I have just read George Orwell's Notes on Nationalism. George Orwell, most famously known for his book 1984, which was banned by pretty much anyone, because how dare you point out that we are an authoritarian state? And here he builds on a lot of the thoughts that reveal why 1984 ended up the way it was. So this is his thoughts on nationalism, the pure emotional aspect of how we deal with the world around us, where we aren't nationalists because we believe a case to be true, but we believe a case to be true because we are nationalistically drawn to them. And this case doesn't have to be our own country. That is a separation between nationalism and patriotism, but can be almost any situation, any case, where we end up saying that one thing is true and another thing that is almost identical is not true, depending on who says or does what to whom. A brilliant piece of literature, not necessarily because I agree with all of the things that George Orwell writes about. I think it's difficult for anyone to agree with someone 100%. But the main thesis from George Orwell is how we are so driven by emotions. Oh, I'm going to point out, that is my main take from this book by George Orwell. I don't know if George Orwell would agree, but he does talk a lot about emotions. And he does point out that emotions are very much what in some way drives us and also hides our own irrational thoughts. So we believe ourselves to be more rational and therefore assume that what we are arguing for is, well, how it should be. So if there anyone is out there and have just read or are going to read 1984, I would absolutely recommend this as a companion piece, because this will help you understand a bit better, at least I felt like that, what George Orwell was thinking when writing 1984. So that's that book. Now we're moving on. I have 100 books to go through. My husband has wrapped them up, given them numbers, and I am going to pick one from this little jar. And it's book 44. Give me a moment. You did not need to give me a moment. It was the first book. It was just there. First book. So, This is a philosophical text, Black Sun, Depressions and Melancholia, by Julia Kristeva. Julia Kristeva is a feminist philosopher and also has a background within psychoanalytical theory. So my husband talks a lot about her, and now I'm going to learn more about her. So subscribe if you want to know my thoughts about Julia Kristeva, and thank you for listening to me screaming into the void.